November 1866, a French naval officer stands in front of a warehouse on Ganghwa Island. He holds a piece of paper. He begins writing numbers. 1, 2, 3. The count stops at 297. That list is in front of you today. Make viewers wonder what's on the list. But here's what's strange. The French military recorded 297 items taken. So how many did Korea actually get back? In that gap between the numbers lies 155 years of hidden history. Today, based on the original French Navy Ministry document, we trace exactly what happened at Joseon's Royal Archives on that day. We bring you stories like this every week. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. First, we need to understand why French forces were on Ganghwa Island at all. February 1866. The Joseon court executes 9 French Catholic missionaries. From the Paris Foreign Mission Society, only 3 escape. One of them, Father Riddel, reaches a French naval vessel through China. Rear Admiral Pierre-Gustave Rose, commander of the French Far East Fleet, makes a decision. Joseon will be punished. In October 1866, 7 French warships invade Ganghwa Island. This is the French campaign of Korea, Byongin-Yangyo. On Ganghwa Island stood a very special building, the Ogyujanggak, the Outer Royal Archive. It housed the most important records of the Joseon royal family. The lives of kings and queens, state ceremonies, royal rituals, all of it recorded in books called uigwe. These weren't ordinary books. Each volume took months to produce with court painters and scribes, illustrating every detail of royal events in meticulous brushwork. Think of them as the 4K official documentary archive of the Joseon royal court. Did the French even know what they were taking? So when French forces entered the Ogyujanggak, what did they see and what did they take? The answer's in that list. November 18th, 1866. After seizing Ganghwa, French forces moved directly to the Ogyujanggak. In the field journal of French naval officer Joubert, present at the scene, we reach the building that served as a royal library. Inside, hundreds of books were stacked. Their bindings and print quality were remarkably refined. French soldiers begin selecting books on the spot. By what criteria? Size, ornate binding, weight. Not because they understood the historical value, but because things looked expensive. An officer begins writing a list. That list, still preserved in the French Navy Ministry archives today, reads, Livre coréen pris à Kong-Hoa. Total 297 volumes. Korean books taken from Ganghwa, 297 volumes. But that wasn't the end. After taking the books, French forces set fire to the Ogyujanggak. Over 5,000 remaining volumes burned to ash. Taken 297 volumes. Burned over 5,000. The Joseon records we can never see again. They were in that fire. Now, let's return to the question I asked at the beginning. French forces took 297 volumes. How many did Korea get back? The answer is 297. The same number. So why did it take 155 years? In 1975, Korean scholar Dr. Park Byung-son, working as a librarian at the Bibliothèque Nationale de France, discovers the uigwe volumes in a storage annex at Versailles. She catalogs them herself and alerts the Korean government. France refuses to return them. These are the property of the French state. Negotiations drag on for decades. 1993, President Mitterrand visits Korea and returns 1 volume. Then 20 years of silence. In 2010, Korea intensifies pressure. May 2011, the remaining 296 volumes finally come home. A return after 145 years. But did everything actually come back? But here's one more question. 297 volumes, did they really all come back? The French Navy Ministry list says 297. But the Oegujangak originally held over 1,000 volumes, meaning the 297 France took were only a fraction. The rest perished in the flames. And one more thing, the 297 volumes that returned in 2011 came back not as a return, but as a long-term loan, renewed every 5 years. Our books, on our soil, but on terms that are barely different from paying rent. So, what does the list written by a French officer in November 1866 tell us today? That list is not just a numbered inventory. It is evidence. Evidence that a looting occurred. Evidence of deliberate selection. And evidence of an obligation to return. Today, Korea continues to demand a permanent return, not a long-term loan. The Wigwe Research Institute has analyzed the returned 297 volumes, restoring detailed records of 146 royal ceremonies to date. The illustrations within are actively used in Joseon court costume research, architectural restoration, and ritual reconstruction. The books we recovered are bringing our history back to life. November 1866. A French officer wrote the number 297. It was a number of things taken, but in 2011, when those 297 returned after 145 years, that number became something reclaimed. And we're still asking, when will it become a permanent return? Not just a loan? That question belongs to you too. If this video gave you something new to think about, a like and subscribe helps us make the next one. Next episode, the original diplomatic documents that reveal why France refused to return them for decades. Leave your thoughts in the comments. We read everyone.